Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Rock Your Colors Artistry with me, Jessica. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this look right here. Super simple, super classic. Anybody could do it. Super easy. So if you want to know how I made this look happen, make sure you keep watching. And please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And please, the best way to help me out is to share. All right, let's get it started. First thing we have to do is prime. You have to prime your eyes. Anytime you do a look, priming is key. Now, today I'm just going to be using a concealer. I am not using a primer because I want it to be as close to my natural skin tone as possible. This concealer that I'm using, it is super thick. Super thick, so I am going to set it. But it's going to make sure that everything that I put on my lid stays in place. Now with the concealer, you don't always have to set it, but for this one, I am going to set. And you can use any concealer you want. And if you have a eye primer that is close to your natural skin tone, then use that as well. The eye primers that I have, they're all really light. So that's why I'm sticking with the concealer today. I'm using a setting powder. You can use any kind of powder. Setting powder obviously would be better. I'm just putting it on a big fluffy brush and I'm just patting it in and really making sure that I make those ends disappear so I don't have any harsh lines right in the inner corner or on the ends. And just really blend it. I do find too that whenever you set your concealer, if you do use a concealer, that the blending is so much easier. So setting is really key to good blending when you're doing this kind of look. Today for this look, I'm just going to be using a contour palette. You don't have to use a contour palette. You can use any palette you want as long as you have some neutrals, some really light neutrals, because we want to try to make it look as natural as possible. So I'm going to go in with the lightest shade first with a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go along the crease and just kind of buff it out. We don't want it to be too much in the crease. If you want to pat it in too, you can pat it in. And just, you don't have to be precise with this. You can be messy. I'm going to go in with the second lightest shade in my palette. I'm going to go in with a flat, fluffy brush. Take off all the excess and really put it in that crease. Where this is just going to show depth. Just go windshield washer motions, back and forth. And then you can kind of blend it up a little bit if you'd like. If you want. Now that I got those two shades in, I'm just going to take the original brush that I used with the lightest shade and I'm just going to go over the whole thing and just really blend it. And I'm holding it at the end of the brush to put as less pressure on it as possible, and it's just going to make it blend together that much better. On the brow bone, I'm just going in with neutral highlighter just to pop a little bit of shine in there. And I always start in the arch of my brow and then move my way back and forth, because wherever you put your brush down first, that's where most of the product is going to be. Lid, I'm just going to go in with a champagne colored highlight and just tap it on my lid. Now for the wing, and I know so many people have problems with wings. I know I did at first. I hope I can make this easy enough for you to follow along. If you're just beginning, I do suggest using a felt tip eyeliner pen. I find it so much easier. And then as you get better, then you can move on to the liquid liner. But if you are just beginning, try a felt tip. It's gonna save your life. To start, you're gonna want to line up your first line with the lower lash line, which is right here, and you're going to put it up as high as you want, and you're going to bring that down and meet up with your lower lash line. Now, when you're bringing it onto your lid, you don't want to start from the very tip. You want to come down a little bit because you want that tip to be sharp. So you want to maybe start just maybe right in the middle. And bring it up. For this look here, I'm not going super bold, so I'm going to bring it in just to the middle of my eye right here, and then I'm going to put a super thin line to bring it all the way through. All right, see how I stopped right there? Now you can stop there, you don't have to continue, but for me personally, I'm just going to put a super thin line going all the way from the inner corner and meet up with that line, but I'm literally just going on the lash line. I'm not going any higher. There we go. Now, they say not to pull your eye back like this. Me personally, I do, but I know where it's going to be because I've done it so many times. And if I don't do that, then the line's going to be choppy and it's not always straight. So you just do what helps you do it, but just be mindful that you're pulling your eye back so it's going to look larger than when you let go. Okay, so just be mindful of when you stretch that skin, it's going to look different than when you let go. Just keep that in mind. Now we're just going to throw some mascara on. We're almost there, guys. We're almost done. Next step is lashes. You don't have to wear lashes. Me personally, I love lashes. I really think that they make a looks more put together. For me today, I'm going to be using more of a natural lash. Okay, and I will be posting everything down below, so if you like these, then just take a look down below in the description box, and I will list them there. If you make mistakes with the wing, it's totally okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to take some concealer, foundation, whatever you want to use, and we're going to carve out that brow and go into the under eye, and we're going to clean up that wing. So if you made a couple mistakes, don't worry, we're just going to clean it up with some concealer or foundation, whatever you prefer. Today I'm going to be using a foundation. Most of the time I use a foundation. It's not very often that I do use a concealer. Sometimes I do, but I prefer a foundation for doing all the carving. I have a very thin, flat brush here, and I'm just going to go right on the edge here and go along that waterline. So I'm going to meet at the bottom of my lower lash line and just kind of make that a straight line. And any mistakes that you have made with your liner, that will clean it right up. And there we go. And if you are doing your under eye with foundation or concealer, whatever it may be, make sure you set it with the setting powder, and that way it will really hold it in place all day, and hopefully it will not grease. We're almost there, just a couple more steps to go. Now for on the waterline for eyeliner, I am using a really light toned, a neutral toned liner that kind of matches my skin tone. You can use any color you want. This, for me, today, it opens the eyes right up, and I kind of want my eyes to open up. Normally, you'd use black, and black is great, but I want my eyes to be opened. So I'm going to use this color today. Now, just a little bit of mascara on your lower lash line. Now to top off the whole look of the eyes, I'm going to put a really light highlighter on the inner corners. I am using a white, this is a white highlighter, and it's really going to open those eyes up even more, but it's just that finishing touch on that inner corner just really brings a whole look together. So let me finish off the face, and then we're going to put some lipstick on to really bring this whole look together. To really finish off this look, I'm going to use a bright red classic lipstick. Now this one I'm using here, I know I said I wasn't going to show products, but this one here, I swear, is the best red lipstick I have ever tried. This is Give Beauty from Gwen Stefani, an original recipe. This is her lipstick, and it is phenomenal. The best red lipstick I've ever tried. So if you want to try a really good, beautiful red, you have to try the Give from Gwen Stefani. It is a classic. It is the best. here we go. We are done. Final results. I hope you guys like it, and I hope it was easy enough for you guys to follow along with. This is a super classic look, and this look will never, ever, ever go out of style. And Marilyn Monroe, this was her signature look. Gwen Stefani, this is her signature look. So many other artists have this signature look, and this look will never, ever, ever fade out. So let me know if you'd want me to elaborate on anything else, or if you followed along and it worked great for you. You let me know your thoughts on this, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, everybody.